What's going on, everyone? Max here. Today I got 6 brand new fragrances to share with you. 2021 is not even over yet, and I'm still getting new fragrances to try and share with you guys. So first impressions, 6 brand new fragrances. Let's go. Welcome back to another video. Max Forti. If you love to smell great and make a great first impression, you know this is a great channel to be. Today we're talking new releases. I'm not going to open them on camera just to save time. I'm going to get right into the fragrances. We got some niche, some indies, and of course some designers. Let's jump right into them. First one we're going to check out today is going to be the new from Bvlgari. This is going to be Men Terra Essence from their men's collection, which has a ton of different flankers. This one here, 2021 release, kind of hard to find in the US, just now starting to come about. And this is actually really, really good. I can literally see this fragrance making spring lists all over the place because it is quite nice. It's got a very nice woody base. The introduction has got some citruses here, some florals, but it's definitely a little bit creamy and very woody. So I can see this great, maybe even florals here as well. Let's look at the notes, and I'm going to share with you some of the notes real quickly, the most predominant ones. But it is something that I can see myself wearing mostly in a springtime during the daytime. So all in all, looking at the notes, guys, is going to be a fruity, earthy vetiver fragrance that's a little bit creamy, definitely fruity, and a bit floral. Like I said, perfect for the springtime. From a first impression standpoint, guys, as a rating here, just on a blotter, first impression, I'm giving this one a 6 3/4 out of 10. I think it's a good fragrance, but not great. Now this next one I have really high hopes for. I can't wait to try this. This is going to be Secret Woods from Costume National. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Costume National. I talk highly about this particular brand, whether you're talking about the original Eau de Parfum, the Parfum that was released I think earlier this year, or Soul, which is definitely one of my favorites. And this one here just called Secret Woods from Costume National, also an Eau de Parfum. The bottle is like this beautiful cobalt blue. Let's see what we get out of this one, guys. This is very different from all the other Costume Nationals that I've ever tried. Definitely a ton of woods here, as the name implies, Secret Woods. I don't know how secretive these woods are going to be, but I definitely get a lot of earthy undertones. I definitely get some vetiver here that's very predominant. Perhaps some cypriol in here. I'm gonna look at the notes real quickly and share with you the most predominant notes listed, but what I'm getting here is going to be, like I said, an earthy vetiver and a tons of different woods here. It's a little bit astringent, a little bit sharp, especially in the opening. Not my favorite from the collection. All right, so this fragrance is listed as a earthy, leathery fragrance. Definitely vetiver, definitely leather, but it's got a skanky feel to the fragrance. There's something here that's a little bit astringent, and that is definitely the juniper berries. Along with the leather, not really agreeing here with my nose. I'm not liking this one a lot. From a first impression standpoint, like I said, it's very animalistic, almost fishy, guys. I'm telling you, it's weird, but not really feeling this one. I'm giving this one a 6 or even 5 3/4 out of 10. Definitely my least favorite from Costume National. Sad to report, because I really had high hopes for this one. Next fragrance here at hand is going to be Haltane from the house of Parfums de Marly. This is going to be Harrods exclusive, Harrods of London, that is. Love the presentation, the beautiful hunter green along with the gold appointments. Beautiful golden heavy cap. Now this particular fragrance, from what I looked real quickly, is said to be a fougere with some oud and almost gourmand qualities because of the pralines that they list here, along with the lavender, the herbal nuances. I definitely get a nice gourmand undertone. There's definitely sweet facets here with the pralines, maybe some caramel facets. The oud here is definitely present, but ever so slight in the background. It's not a screamy oud, animalistic, medicinal, anything like that. It's a very tamed oud. What comes to mind here is, again, the lavender and a little bit of that praline. So if you like fougere fragrances, but you wanted something more modern, like a fougere with a modern touch, this is definitely it. Resembles, you know, Oud for Happiness from Nicho Parfums, but definitely higher marks here on the lavender, because I don't think that fragrance has lavender. This one definitely has that fougere backbone. By the way, this one here could potentially be an all year round fragrance, something that you could wear as a signature scent, even though the profile here screams fall and winter. If you control the sprayers, I think you could definitely go crazy wearing this and feeling great about yourself all year round. Looking at the notes, of course, you're gonna have that lavender that I talked about, some herbal nuances like clary sage, pralines, like a creamy, you know, gourmand facet to the scent. Really nice. This one here, I'm giving a 8 out of 10. It smells amazing, that's all there is to it. This next one, the whole purpose of doing these first impression videos with you guys is trying to discover some really great, releases or under the radar fragrances. This house here, I've never tried anything from. This is Stepahne de Bruijn, and it's a Parisian company. The fragrance itself called My Gentleman. I have no idea what this is going to be like. Like the bottle, very masculine, the rectangular looking bottle, minimalist. So sprays are quite nice. My Gentleman. So this fragrance here has a lot of old school type vibes. Again, reminds me of something that I can't quite put my finger on, but it reminds me of something that I wore back in the 90s, which I'm liking from the first standpoint here. It is green. The crazy thing is it's gonna come to mind when I turn off the camera. It always happens like that, but it does have resemblances to something. I got it. So it reminds me of Eternity for Men from Calvin Klein. So it's gonna be that creamy fougere, very green, very aromatic lavender here. So a good scent, but again, if you already own Eternity for Men or Eternity Parfum, this would be redundant to have. But if you've never tried those fragrances, definitely good fragrance. Definitely something great to wear in the office, inoffensive, sophisticated, elegant smelling, timeless kind of a scent. I'm giving this a 7 out of 10 because I'm a huge fan of Eternity. This is very close to that particular fragrance. As of late, I've been really loving honey-based fragrances. So this next one, my first time trying it, it's got honey in a note. So I was really, had high hopes for this one. So I'm hoping it's gonna impress me. And this is from the BowtieFragranceGuy, Darian from the BowtieFragranceGuy channel. This is a Navitus collaboration. It's called Serenade. So loving the burgundy here, the red wine kind of a color along with the golden black. Let's see what we get out of this one. Sprays are nice on these. All right, so this one here is going to be a rather sweet fragrance, great for nightwear, romantic settings. Definitely has honey in here, some gourmand accords. A little bit waxy. I think it's gonna be a little powdery on my skin. Some of the most predominant notes here are going to be honey, beeswax, cognac, dark chocolate, and patchouli. It smells quite good, guys. If you like sensual scents, this is one of those. And last but not least, we have a creation here, speaking of collaborations, with Fragmental UK, which is Chris from the channel Fragmental UK, along with Terence Hughes, which has his own fragrance brand. And this one's called Smoulder. I heard a lot of great things about this fragrance. I couldn't wait to try it because, number one, I heard it's a very gourmandy and very powerful fragrance. Pardon the noise here. The bottle is not very big. I'm thinking this is going to be a 50 ml, but I do like it's got this rubbery feel to it. It's dark with a metal-esque kind of a plate. And again, from what I heard, it's a powerhouse type of a scent. So let's see what I get out of this. If I know Chris's taste, I think he loves Enigma from Roja Parfums. So I'm thinking this is going to be along those lines. So sprays are pretty good. And this is a very spicy and woody kind of a fragrance. I get like a cypress / pine cone kind of a vibe here, very coniferous, definitely spicy, definitely woody, and definitely very green. Some of the most predominant notes here, guys: tobacco, frankincense, sandalwood, and patchouli. This fragrance here, guys, very reminiscent to Interlude Man. Kind of like Interlude 53 meets tobacco. It's like Interlude 53 had an affair with Roja Parfums Enigma, and this would be like the offspring, kind of, but not entirely. But I get a little bit of, nuances from both fragrances. It is quite nice, and from what I'm smelling here, and it's taken over the room, I think it's gonna be a beast type of a fragrance. So kudos to Terence and kudos to Chris for creating something daring, unique, and yet powerful. I'm liking this. I can't wait to wear it on skin. It's winter time here in New York, so it's gonna be perfect for those brisk, cool winter days. But I'm liking this one a lot. I'm giving this fragrance an 8 out of 10 just on the tester strip alone, because these are the kind of fragrances that I love around this time of the year. So from the 6 fragrances I shared with you today, I want to say Serenade and perhaps Smoulder were my favorite ones because I think they were the most unique ones from everything I tried. However, Harrods exclusive Haltane was probably my favorite to wear right off the bottle. I think it smells great because it's got that fougere kind of a vibe. Overall, good releases, but nothing really that blew my socks off, a 10 out of 10 type of thing. And of course, if you want to try any of the fragrances I talked about today, you can head over to perfUUm.com and use the code below to enjoy any fragrances you guys want to check out from thousands to choose from. And as always, guys, let me know in the comments, share with me your favorite discoveries of 2021 so far, and stay tuned for the top favorites of 2021 period when it comes to releases and also discoveries I made this year for you guys in the next couple of weeks to come. So as always, guys, thanks for your support. Thanks for hanging out with me. Leave me a like, subscribe for more, and hit the notification bell so you get these videos straight into your feed. As always, I'll see you right back here very soon. Take care.